For fans of platform games, Super Mario 64 was a blessing and a curse. When Nintendo's platforming plumber took the genre into the third dimension in 1996, his contemporaries made the mistake of assuming it was a one-way street, that there was no going back. And although a golden age for 3D platformers was on the horizon, for every great one, there were 3 bad ones and 5 worse yet. Of course, these days we have the benefit of retrospect. We know platform games don't have to be so black and white. Some have gone back to 2D, others continue to deliver in 3D, but some have found a comfortable niche somewhere between. The 2.5D platformer is all the rage these days, but one of its earliest and frankly best examples dates back almost 15 years and stars a furry who wears a Pac-Man hat. This is the fantastic, the influential, and the somewhat psychedelic KLONOA Door to Phantomile. Released in 1997 for the original PlayStation, KLONOA is one of those rare games, the ones that are so obviously brilliant, you fall in love within seconds of taking control. The design employed here was very influential to the genre, as we've mentioned, but it was also exceptional in quality. There's a magic to KLONOA only the very best platformers can speak to, and in the true spirit of the genre, it's expressed in running and jumping. Playing as the adorable KLONOA, you work your way through levels you could call, for lack of a better term, side-scrollers. Your movement is restricted to a single plane, but the thing is, those planes often intersect, and that's what makes the design so brilliant. While moving from left to right on one plane, you might see a ledge that can take you onto another plane that you saw in the background just a few seconds ago. Although it's kind of applicable, I hate to even use the term because KLONOA is as much a side-scroller as a roller coaster is. Think about it, you're moving forward on a roller coaster in one direction, but your path twists and crosses with itself in so many ways, you'd hardly call it a one-directional experience. In fact, KLONOA's side-scrolling is a lot like the roller coaster's safety harness. They're both necessary restrictions you won't even notice, and in fact, when the ride's over, you'll be happy they were there to strap you in. And brilliant as they are conceptually, the level designs are even better in execution. You're constantly teased with items that seem just out of your reach or doors that are off in the distance. The game encourages you to explore the worlds in a way that, if not for the cleverness of its design, would seem impossible for a game without free-roaming 3D gameplay. Speaking of which, even the greatest levels in the world wouldn't be any good without enjoyable gameplay. And fortunately, KLONOA's platforming mechanics are just as brilliant. The character's long ears serve as wings of sorts. KLONOA can flap them together to get a little hover out of his jumps, but the game's big hook is in pairing that with a mid-air nudge from your enemies. By grabbing a foe and using it as a kind of trampoline at the height of your jump, KLONOA can jump even higher, which can help you reach ledges and items that would otherwise be out of your reach. There's a real art to mastering that mechanic, and paired with the game's brilliant platforming layouts, that's what makes KLONOA such a fun game to play. Once again, KLONOA was sent to us by our good friend Mohammed in Qatar, who is a huge KLONOA fan, and Mohammed, that makes 2 of us. Huge thanks for taking the time to send us this one. It's still a real treat to play. And if you've never played the game, you should really check it out. It was re-released in 2009 for the Wii with gorgeous new graphics, but you know, the original version has aged much better than most games from 1997. It still looks and plays great, and that's a testament to the sharp design fueling the irresistible KLONOA Door to Phantomile.